Boogie, drop that beat.
Hi everyone, welcome to my channel, Talking Out Loud with Miss Talkative. Everything I say is my own opinion, alleged, and strictly entertainment purposes. Remember, I'm just talking out loud. Please like, share, subscribe, comment on the video, let me know what you think. Stormi was not being sincere. In my opinion, Stormi used Kiki's remembrance on Lovemere Tunstall as a way to restore her character with the Huntsville audience. I really believe that her what she put out there as a good deed, I really believe that it was self-serving in some way. I believe that Stormi, I just don't believe that she was being sincere. Stormi crying, it meant nothing to me because Stormi has proven over time that she can cry at the drop of a hat. She cried when she had that fake staff meeting with looked like the people that she brought in from the corner or the nearest bus stop, and she stood up there in her own staff meeting where she's supposed to be the leader giving her staff direction. She stood up there in front of those people and cried. It's like, why is she crying? And Stormi cried during her very first live that she did once she became full cast member, and she went live right after the first episode right after we had seen how her and Melody, how their friendship actually went down, where she was questioning Melody about not having her phone number. Stormi went live after that episode and she cried, and it took somebody in her background to say, no, get it together, you need to pull it together, whatever, why are you crying, stop crying, and to make Stormi pull it together on her live. But that tells me that Stormi can cry right on cue, and I believe that this time it was no different. And I believe that Stormi was using this Kiki, her good deed, as self-serving because Stormi was getting a lot of backlash. Her and her mama, the way her and her mama was coming at Melody all these seasons. For Stormi, how her business, how her Canvas 1.0, when she was selling the hair products, how that business went down, how she's, have the F rating with the Better Business Bureau, and how she, just a number of things. I believe that Stormi was trying to use this as a moment to restore her character with the Huntsville audience and community, because I just think that because when Stormi first came to Lovemere Tunstall, I believe she thought she was going to replace Melody and become the HBIC, but actually it backfired on her, and people and it did a number of her on her with the whole warehouse incident. It took a toll on Stormi and her business, so to the point where Stormi had to go to a whole different platform to sell her products, and it was to the point where Stormi's not selling hair product anymore. Stormi is basically skin, body butters, and stuff like that. So I do believe that this was a moment, a self-serving moment for Stormi, because, and the reason I say that is because, and I was riding with Stormi at first. I was going to give Stormi her kudos and stuff like that, up until Stormi was explaining her good deed, and she was like, well, I had to reach out to Kiki's husband and he didn't know. Well, she started off saying, I knew their finances, and Kiki had shared with her. Well, if Kiki shared that with her, that means that Kiki considered her a friend. So why is she repeating about or trying to talk about Kiki not having any they're having financial issues? Kiki never came on this platform, and I believe she's one of the one of the few that came on this platform trying not trying to be something that she's not. She never said that she was well off. She never said that she had it like that. Kiki, all she wanted to do was tell her story, and she never got a chance to tell her reality because of the bad light that she got from these people. But I do believe that Stormi was wrong, because even if whatever conversation she had with Kiki's husband, regardless of what the financial situation was, I don't believe that Stormi should have brought it to the Huntsville audience. I really don't. I feel as though she could have kept that conversation between them two. If it's a good deed, it's a good deed. But I had already heard that, and the reason I believe that it wasn't sincere is because I had already heard that Stormi had paid for the services. Now, how did that get out? I believe that Stormi probably was looking for some type of recognition from the family for them to come out and openly thank Stormi for paying for it. And how people be looking for some clout when you don't need it. Because the thing is if you're doing something for your heart, trust and believe it's not going unnoticed. But I really don't believe that. I believe that this was self-serving for Stormi, because Kiki, you can't tell me that Kiki husband and her family would not have come together had Stormi not stepped in. You can't tell me that these people, that her family would not have come together to make sure that she had the proper send-off. But probably Stormi was the first person to reach out and say, don't worry about it, I got it. And I believe that Stormi could have just simply stated that she did it just for the simple fact of that being her friend, and it meant so much to her to do that. But for her to put her supposedly friend's finances out there, I think it was distasteful, and I really don't believe that it was sincere, because right before Love and Marriage Huntsville had stopped airing Kiki, Stormi was also trying to distance herself from Kiki by calling her a liar, and the fact that Stormi was getting chummy, or probably already was chummy with people that were trying to out Kiki, trying to releasing recordings of Kiki and stuff like that. And for her to be so chummy and so much, I believe that she was not just chummy. I believe that Stormi was in cahoots to I believe that Stormi was part of the plot that actually set Kiki up for the Scotts, because Kiki, she stood 10 toes down on Tisha being the person that asked her for the information that she brought out. And it wasn't until Marceau had a talk with Tisha that now all of a sudden Tisha can't talk to Kiki anymore. So I really believe that Stormi had more to do with it than she was then it was stated. But somehow or another, Stormi got she got no blame. And I can understand, because it really wasn't, it was more so about Tisha and Kiki, but I can bet your bottom dollar that Stormi played a part in it. Like I say, I believe that Stormi did this. She did a good deed. Well, she did a self-serving deed and disguised it as a good deed. But it was actually a self-serving. It was self-serving to Stormi at the expense of her friend. I believe that Stormi used Kiki just like the Scotts did, and she is continuing to use the Scotts. Because like I say, how did Carlos find out about Stormi paying for the services? Because I know the family didn't call Carlos and say Stormi paid for it. So Stormi either told Carlos directly, or she told somebody on his production team so he can get word. So she wanted it to be out there that she paid for the services. And it's great that she did, and if she wanted it to be known, then that's fine too. But the fact that she's mentioning their finances, that's what threw me off. And that's what put me back to the moment of, oh, Stormi, this just proves more of who Stormi is. If it was a good deed, then let it be a good deed. And stop trying to be self-serving every time you feel you see an opportunity knocking. Stormi did nothing more than what celebrities be doing. They see a moment and they need their character restored, and they will all of a sudden give somebody on the street some money, but it got to be filmed, it got to be talked about, or they are doing something to show people that they are, that they're a good person, that they're human, and this, that, and the other. But actually behind the scenes, people are bashing them because of their horrible character. And I believe that Stormi is no different. I believe that Stormi is still the same person that went off on Miss Black Tectonic and meant it, and she's the same person that used Kyle to help her grow her business on TikTok, and dumped him the minute she felt as though she didn't need him anymore. Like I say, Stormi, I'm not surprised that she did this gesture, and I'm not surprised that it's self-serving, because to me, that's just who Stormi is. That's just my opinion. I'm just talking out loud. Please like, share, subscribe. Comment on the video. Let me know what you think.